I expect every single big name patriot to be there on Saturday, the 25th of October for our crusade through Whitechapel.
The infamous Crusade by Nick Tenconi and his clowns from the UKIP party has been cancelled by the police. Let's watch his video regarding this crusade.
I expect every single big name patriot to be there on Saturday, the 25th of October for our crusade through Whitechapel. Well, this is a holy war. Bring your crosses, bring your flags. This is our country.
He declares it as a holy war, a holy war, a crusade through Whitechapel. Of all places, why Whitechapel? It's a question you need to really ask people like Nick Tenconi and UKIP party and all the other people that have come before, be they from Britain First, EDL 10 years ago, 15 years ago, BNP 20 odd years ago, even before that the National Front. Why are you always coming to Whitechapel? That's the first question to ask. The second thing is, how are you gonna take your country back by doing a strange march protest in Whitechapel? How is that going to help you? There's one clear thing I need to really say to Nick Tenconi, and that is what my mate Delboy would say to Rodney.
You pelonka!
Let's watch his second video.
The reason why the Islamists and communists do what they do is because we don't defend ourselves. They do it because they are not met with resistance. They do it because they get away with it. They do it because they can. They do it because they have never been confronted. Saturday the 25th of October is about free speech and it is about self-defense. But more than that, it is about courage. On Saturday the 25th of October, we will show Antifa, the Socialist Worker Party, the corrupt trade unions, the left, the socialists, the communists.
To be honest, it's too much to watch the whole videos. But let's get something straight. He always puts this issue of Islamist and communist together into one sentence. I don't know what his obsession is. Islam and communism are quite the opposites. They don't complement each other. And in fact, if you look historically speaking, the communist regimes, especially in Russia, were fighting against Muslim separatists, such as Dagestan, Chechnya, and all the other countries which were fighting the Russian communist oppression. So I'm not too sure why he has this obsession of bringing communists and Muslims together on the same kind of length. Islamo-fascist. I mean, how the heck is fascism connected to Islam in which way possible? And it doesn't go together. It doesn't match at all. It doesn't make sense. And then to say that we are normalized. Who are normalized? As in you, the UKIP party and the clowns, the hooligans that are coming from there to protest in Whitechapel of all places are normalized. What is so normal about you? Even the way you speak, Nick, is not normal at all. You can tell it's all orchestrated and no one takes you seriously. No one can take you seriously. And then you talk about the issue of Muslims screaming victim. Oh, really? So when the mosques are attacked, when Nazis are convicted, like last week, convicted of planning to attack mosques of all places, a place of worship, to attack mosques, they were convicted and all got about 15, 20 odd years in prison. So we don't need to scream victim. It is happening. Let's not forget about Stockport, when your friend Tommy Robinson went all crazy and manic on social media about the young girl who was murdered and was actually hoping that it ended up being a Muslim, and it wasn't a Muslim. And the people went rioting, and what did? They attacked a mosque. So we don't need to cry about being or scream about being victims. It is happening. And how on earth do you work out that the mainstream media is on the side of the Islamists, right? I mean, come on, be serious. I'm sick of these words. Terrorist, extremist, Islamist, jihadist, Islamo-fascist. Come on, seriously. Find a word that would describe us. Stick to one thing. You can't make up your mind. And the other thing is about you guys standing up for your values. What values? Honestly, I ask you the question, what are your values? You talk about culture. What is British culture? What is English culture? I'm asking a serious question, an intellectual question. How do you define English culture, English values, British culture, British values? Leave your comments in the comment section and let's have a discussion about this. Nick Tenconi is very upset that his protest, his march got cancelled. Let's watch the video.
Patriots, following two-tier policing, we will be moving our march on Saturday to outside the London Oratory on Brompton Road and marching through central London to Speaker's Corner. I am disgusted to see that the Metropolitan Police have cancelled our march in Whitechapel.
Alright, enough. I seriously can't watch this whole clip again. I watched it before. I'll put a link in there where you guys can watch it. But first thing is, the police cancelled the protest, right? Okay. Now, the police cancelled it. What's that got to do with us, as in the Muslim community? What the police realised is that there's going to be a massive show of force. Muslim show of force. Non-Muslims coming. Also, Christians, Jews, Muslims, Sikhs, Hindus, atheists, the left, the anti-racist, whatever you want to call them. Everyone was coming and was prepared, and still are prepared, by the way. We are still coming on Saturday. And they are coming in force, which means what exactly? That means that there's not going to be a peaceful protest that you're talking about. Look at your language. You're talking about Crusade. You're talking about a holy war, declaring jihad on Whitechapel, and then suddenly you're crying about a peaceful protest. What right do you have of speaking about that? In fact, the Maccabee fans you're talking about, I mean, what's that got to do with this anyway? But if you want to talk about them, then the Israeli police themselves cancelled the match because of the rioting of the Maccabee fans. So you don't need to bring that into it. And another thing, Nikki, come on, be serious. You're going to march on a Saturday to Speaker's Corner to take it from the Islamists. That's very brave and very clever, because there's no one going to be there on a Saturday. Speaker's Corner is only live on a Sunday. So why don't you change your day to the 26th of October on Sunday and then calm down. Anyway, enough said. The last point I can only make is what this Maulana has to say to you, Nick. If you know, you know. And you might need to get it. Well, obviously you're going to need to get it translated. Good luck. And this is what the Maulana is saying specifically to people like you.
बकवास बंद कर कुत्तिया हरामदिया खनजीरा लांतिया दलिया बगैरता जानवर हरामदिया प्योर हरामदिया ओरिजिनल हरामदिया